I don't think that y'all open enough to have this conversation. And
I'm
this,
not.
But see, this is why most men, and I'm speaking in general, will never tell you what his true thoughts are, because you're not really that for him. You're not his everything, because you're incapable of really being able to take into consideration everything that he really thinks.
And
most women are not capable of really having a conversation with a man about what it is that he really thinking and what he really believes. And so what he does in most instances, even listen, if y'all go to y'all man right now, when you say, baby, what do you think about this? He's going to tell you exactly what he's supposed to tell you. And that's what you want to hear. He's never, ever going to tell you the truth. And if he told you the truth, it would be the worst thing that ever happened to him, because most women think that they are capable of being the best friend, also in addition to the wife or the lover or whatever the fuck that they think that they are, but they not truly that, because they can't have an honest conversation without removing all of the extras and the emotions that go along with it. He don't even have to have done anything. Just the very thought of him thinking differently would cause you to lose your mind, and y'all not even built to have that conversation. Listen, I guarantee you, if we look at this, it's only 3 guys here, which means it's 7 women. It's some women on this panel that have played their role to a T at some point in their life, if they're not doing it right now, as a successful side chick.
Fact.
And they will never honestly tell you. The statistics say that I'm right. And they will never actually admit it or tell you outwardly and have an honest conversation, because we know that society and people in general and women in general are not built for it. And so I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm telling you that it's very difficult to have this conversation, because very few women are actually going to be honest. Very few. People are not going to be honest with the women, because they know that y'all can't handle it. And women are not going to be honest about the role that they played, because they don't want to be shamed by other women.
We've had women on here that said they were side chicks.
We had one woman
right now.
Right.
One woman, and y'all went at her neck.
I mean, yeah. No.
Before she even got to finish a sentence to give the additional context.
There's no context.
It was over.
Hey, no, wait.
Last summers, Miss Sanchez,
she need to a side chick. I just
okay.
Care to be in that conversation.
I can smell a side, bro. I can smell a side. Jazz, you smell like French fries. Miss Randolph, you smell like coleslaw. Goddamn me, you smell like corn trigger. I know sides when I fucking see them. Y'all like
I've never desired another woman's man. That has never been my bag. I see no benefit in attaching myself to a man that literally and clearly belongs to someone else. What is that? That my self-esteem has to be in hell for me to sit here and say, well, I could just have a piece of him. He like me more than he like no, that's weird shit to me.
Give him man potato.
As far as
but that's not how it happens. And so I think that again,
what happened?
The conversation. That's not how.
How you turn it to man.
Listen. No woman has ever gone into it. Most women. I'm sure that there are some.
That girl in the video went into there proud to be a side chick to somebody's husband.
Most women,
but then said that she wanted to upgrade to a main. Isn't that what she said?
But then said she did not go into it with the intention of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, brother.
Most women all I'm saying is that.
I do think that it's a certain kind of woman that is being a side chick. And I want to say, I honestly think that most times they're raised by side chicks. Like they come from
baby long line of hoes. Can
I also say that what Anton said, to a certain degree, I do agree with that in regards to us not being ready to have certain conversations. But that's not our fault. Society has taught us man, woman, or same sex or whatever. We've been raised and conditioned. No, he's supposed to be mine. No, he's supposed to be mine. He's supposed to be mine. He's supposed to be mine. I beat your ass over him. Or, some of us have matured and now it's, I'll leave if he's not a good person. But society has taught women to go at each other over men on the regular. So when it comes to being territorial and whatnot, yeah, Anton, you're right. A lot of women are not going to be ready for that conversation.
Well, I think men.
Well, can I finish my point And based on what Anton was saying, we're not ready to have this conversation, and we're going back to when Miss Sanchez was on live and she shared her story. I actually kind of resonated to the point when it was stated that sometimes side chicks may be needed, and I think more so on the guy side, because in my daily life, I'm one of the few wives in my circles that go over and beyond to make sure I stay attractive for my man. And I sometimes sit and I see these stories and they may step out, and I will say, I don't kind of blame them. They looking a little tired. So I don't know. So I wouldn't want someone to do it to me. No, but I feel like women need to look in the mirror honestly and say, am I the woman that I would be attracted to? Because when I look in the mirror and I'm not feeling it, I don't expect my man to feel it.
Okay, so I agree with your second part, because sometimes when people get married, they just forget about working out, getting pretty for their man. Even relationships, girls forget to do that. Getting pretty, regular head, regular sex, regular dates. It happens on both sides. But I don't think side chicks are needed. If you don't want that chick, 2K, don't shake your bobblehead first. If you don't want that chick no more and you want to cheat, be straightforward. If you want an open relationship, if you want a poly relationship, be honest, be straightforward.
You know what? That's what I wanted to speak on, because
it always happen like that. But
I don't like this sentiment that, well, you kind of let yourself go. That's why he cheated, girl. Like, no. If he was gonna cheat regardless. He was gonna cheat regardless, because a man that cheats, a person that cheats is selfish, right? And they lack integrity. If you want to have the conversation about bringing other people into your relationship, that's a conversation you should be having at the beginning before it even gets too deep. Tap into the person that you're dating and ask them, hey, you know what? I love you. I see you. I want to marry you. But from time to time, I may desire other women. How do you feel about that? That is what a person with integrity would do, because you're giving that other person the choice to say if they want to involve themselves, as opposed to making your other person believe that you're in a monogamous relationship, you both are being loyal, and then you're trying to say, oh, well, I want other pussy and I'm just a man and I need other pussy to live. It's like, no, the reason you don't want to be honest about that is because that consequence may not work in your favor. If you wait till after the fact, you get married after the fact, and then bring up other women, or then say, I cheated because X, Y, Z, you're not going to get the outcome you need. More times than not, that woman is going to leave you. So that's why you lie. Don't put it on the woman as to we can't handle the truth. No, you can't handle the consequences of your truth, because it may not work in your favor. You may lose your home base. You may lose your home base if you're honest, when you could have just been honest from the jump, and that woman could have said, you know what, I'm okay with that. At least you were honest with me. At least you kept it real. But the real issue with the cheating and the side chick thing is that you being sneaky, you being conniving, you're deceiving, you've broken my trust. Why should I give you any type of loyalty or any benefit of the doubt or grace when you literally disrespected me?
Well, let me educate you for a second, because I could tell that you've never ever been in a long-term marriage, right? And I'm not saying that this is applying to everybody, but I'm gonna give you the insight. I always tell people to vet for the person that you are to become instead of the person that you are. And what I hear a lot of these couples say a lot of times, or a lot of people say, is let's have the upfront conversation about compatibility or what you want or whatever. Don't you know that when you get married, you're going to be with this person for the next 40, 50 years, and that you evolve and you change depending on who you are and where it is that y'all going?
I mean, absolutely, but there are core things.
Hold on. Let me educate you for a second. Here's the question that you want to ask yourself. Are you built to be able to be this person's best friend to where they can come to you and tell you their honest to God thoughts? Are you that person? Because it's just as much of a responsibility for you to be there for that person and them being comfortable enough to actually be able to talk to you, because that is a part of companionship. It's not just about what you want in the moment when y'all get together. It's about who you are becoming, because if a person come to you and they communicate something to you, and I'm not just talking about whether or not they look at somebody else or they have a desire or they ain't really fucking with you, because most men ain't even gonna come to you and say, hey, you fat. They not gonna be honest with you because you not really built to be their best friend and even be receptive enough to take, and I'm not saying he should say it like that, but they're not really interested in having that real conversation. Part of companionship and part of marriage, and this is why a lot of y'all need counseling before y'all even get into relationships in the first place, is also creating a space to where a person is supposed to be your best friend and they should be able to communicate certain things to you without you jumping to conclusions, jumping out the window, because it may not even be that they're trying to do something, but it also may be that they're trying to tell you what they really feeling. And it could be something that ain't even related to what it is that they think that they want. But the fact that they can't communicate to you, or the fact that you don't see, we talk a lot of times about men creating a safe space for women, but women, and again, this is the reason why I said this in the very beginning, they are not built to have these conversations, whether it be on the panel or in their own relationship. Because you are not listen, y'all are with somebody based off of what you want. You not with somebody based off of what they also need.